Hari Om. Welcome to Marco Yoga. My name is Coco, and this is my offering. So we're going to continue then creating classes that are going to complement in a way one another, so that my intention will be then just to find a holistic approach. Obviously, at first, we want to look for releasing tension in the shoulders and the hip joint. So we're going to concentrate today in just focusing on shoulders and hips, and then from there we continue in that journey to moving from the ordinary towards the extraordinary. So thank you for coming to class. Thank you for participating in this union between us, in a way, this learning that we do. Every time that we come to class, we learn something new about ourselves, and that's the key. I'm here to share with you what I know about it, so I'm going to guide you in a journey towards yourself. So Sisa is here to help us. I want you to begin the class by coming flat in the ground, so in a supine position. I want you to bend the knees and keep your feet flat in the ground, so that way we can give the lumbar a little bit of a relaxation action. When you bend the knees, the lumbar touches the ground. When you straighten the legs, the lumbar lift, and you're going to start to create, that's right, that S curvature. But right for now, I want you to keep your feet flat in the ground, keep your arms alongside your body, palms facing up. Make the back of your neck long, and now close your eyes just for a moment, and we're going to start to shift ourselves into a completely new dimension of experience and perception. We're going to start to move then from the ordinary towards the extraordinary. We're going to start to pay attention to the inside, and remember, where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and energy is the key. So I want you to relax the energy in your face. So feel the tension, feel all these forms of tension, of energy in your face, and start to dissolve. Dissolve the skin, dissolve the muscles of your face, and dissolve the bones on your face. So start slowly to relax also the portals. So relax your eyes, relax the nostrils, relax your mouth, and relax your ears. That's how we communicate to the outside world, via those sensory organs. So I want you to slowly to relax them so that you can start to appreciate right now what we're going to do with your body. You're going to start to look for the fundamentals. We're going to open up the mind, we're going to open up your breath, and we're going to open up the body. So pay attention right now to the breathing and start to sense the inhale, sense your exhales. Start to feel how to connect with that energy, how to manage that energy, the breath comes in and moves your body, how the breath moves out and also moves the body. So we're going to start to sense, to experience how the inhale has an impact in your body and how the exhale has an impact in the body. So Ujjayi breath, you narrow the back of the throat, and we begin slowly then to listen to the sounds of the breath. Breath is the vehicle of consciousness, so we're going to try to use asanas to sculpt the mind. Feel the expansion, feel the extension of the breath. And then the breath is going to bring that expansion and extension into the body, because expansion and extension brings space, and space brings freedom. And freedom is precision, and precision is divine. Now, slowly, you bring your palms together in front of your heart. Good, steady. Actually, let's bring the knees close to your chest, forehead close to the knees. Rock yourself back and forth. Come up to a seated position. Cross the shins, and let's just dedicate the practice. So we want to make sure that we create this sankalpa. That's solemn vow. Bow your head towards your heart and then connect with the desire of your head with the desire of the heart. And you are what your deep drive and desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. So the destiny is in your hands. Once you dedicated your practice, lift up your chin, open your eyes, and then slowly let's go back to the ground again. Bend the knees, keep your feet flat in the ground, and then slowly link in breathing and movement, point with the fingers, bring your palms to face your body, and then following the inhale, circulate your arms, touching the ground, and make your hands to touch over your head, and with an exhale, let's reverse the action. Inhale, full circulation, touching the ground, and exhale, we're looking for circulation. Inhale, follow the breath, point with the fingers, straighten your elbows. Exhale, and observe the rotation of the shoulder blades. 4 more. Inhale, elbows straighten, relax your jaw. Exhale, we're just warming up the shoulders. Inhale, elbows straighten, point with the fingers, wake up your hands. Exhale. Yeah. Again, follow the inhale and lift your arms. Feel the movement of the shoulder blades. Exhale. Feel the movement of your diaphragm. Good. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and observe the action on the shoulder blades. Exhale. So the ground is giving information to the shoulder blade. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, so it's about gathering information. Exhale, and let's do just 1 more. Inhale, and exhale, arms alongside your body. Now, palms facing down alongside your body and pressing the ground with an inhale, lift up the pelvis. Don't let the knees to splay to the outside. And with an exhale, you come back down. Following the inhale, lift up by pressing down the soles of your feet and your hands, you lift. And exhale. Now we're working on the hip joints. We're working on the big joints. Inhale, lifting up, high up, expanding. Exhale, we're trying to develop an expanded inner awareness so that we can open up the door to a higher state of consciousness. Inhale. Exhale, and every time we want to lift up a little bit higher. Inhale, 3 more. Lead with the frontal hip bones. Exhale, use the breath. The breath is the vehicle of consciousness. Inhale, high up. Exhale. Good. And let's do 1 more. Inhale, high up. And exhale. Now, palms facing the body. Good. And now with an inhale, we're going to lift your arms up towards the sky, over your head. Exhale, arms down, rotate your hands, pressing the ground. And now inhale, lift up the pelvis. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, high up. Exhale, we're working with energy. Inhale, pelvis up. Exhale, pelvis down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out. You're following the breath. Inhale, follow the pelvis, lift it up. Exhale. Now with your arms. Inhale, lift your arms high up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, pelvis up, but pay attention to your heels. Exhale, let's do 3 more rounds. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, pelvis up. Exhale, pelvis down. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms up. We're looking for the prana to move freely. Exhale. Inhale, pelvis up. When prana is moving freely throughout the cells and tissues, vitality and creativity are abundant. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Wait for the breath to give you the cue. Exhale. Inhale, pelvis up. Exhale. We're going to try to make sure that the postures are mastered. Now let's do arms and pelvis at the same time. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. And exhale, arms down, pelvis down. We're looking for gracefulness in your body, in your movement. Inhale, graceful body, graceful mind, graceful self. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale. We're looking for balance between strength and flexibility. Inhale, that's what we need to live our lives. Exhale. So right now we're working on the shoulders and hips, big joints. Inhale, high up. Exhale. Beauty. Let's do 3 more like that. Inhale, high up. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, arms up, and we're creating now heat slightly. Exhale, the hamstrings are working up. We're gonna open them up now. Good. 1 more. Inhale, up. We want to coordinate. Exhale. Now, let's do arms up with an inhale. And then arms down, pelvis up with the exhale. Inhale, arms up, pelvis down. Exhale, concentrate in the quality and the sound of the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, only 3 more. Exhale, connect with your unique exceptionalism. Inhale. Exhale. And let's do just 1 more. Inhale. And now exhale, and now interlock the fingers underneath your body. Walk your shoulder blades towards each other. Good. And then feel the ground. Stay connected to the ground. Feel your feet, your forearms in the ground. Feel your shoulder blades in the ground. Move the chin away from the chest. But now what I want you to do is I want you to keep the interlocking of the fingers, but separate your thumbs. So your palms is going to start to face your buttocks, so that way we're doing another rotation of your arms. That is going to have an action of the bottom angle of your shoulder blades pressing against the back ribs to help you lift up the chest. And we want to open up that chest area, that anahata chakra, because the heart and the lungs, they need to have the expansion and extension. So we're listening, we're paying attention right now to the ribs. The diaphragm, with every inhale, the diaphragm moves down. Every exhale, the diaphragm moves back in. But the ribs are also separating and contracting. They are looking for the expansion, the extension. We're looking for how to create energy, how to bring that sense of energy. Press down with your hands, press down with your hips, lift up the pelvis a little bit higher, and gently release. And now observe how it feels. Gather information about it now. Sense what is the consequence of your actions. Yes, it's karma yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita, we heard the information is, do you want to move away from pain and sorrow? Yes, the key is karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. So use the devotion to your body, the devotion for this moment, the devotion for the coming to the eternal now, being present. Point with your fingers. And now with an inhale, lift up the pelvis. And now with an exhale, release the pelvis and arms up. Inhale, pelvis up, arms down. Exhale, opposite. Inhale, opposite. We're working with the opposites. Exhale, the exhalation cleanses. Inhale, the inhalation nourishes. Exhale, pay attention to the prana, apana process. Inhale. Exhale. Follow the breath. Inhale and lift the pelvis. Lead with the frontal hip bones. Exhale, you control prana. Inhale, prana means breath, respiration, life, vitality, energy, or strength. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, coordinate the shoulders and the hip joints. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Pay attention to it. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And let's do the last one. Take a deep inhale. And now interlock. Lift up the pelvis, interlock the fingers, alternate the crossing of the fingers. So the awkward pinky is going to be in the front. Rotate your palms to face your buttocks. So keep the interlocking of the fingers, create the outward rotation. Feel the ground with the soles of your feet. Feel the ground with your outer shoulders. Feel the ground with the back of your head. Feel the ground with the back of your hands, with your forearms. And now pay attention to the prana, to the breath. Prana is the energy permeating the universe at all levels. Prana is physical, is mental, is intellectual, is sexual energy, is spiritual and cosmic energy. All vibrating energies are prana. All physical energies such as heat, gravity, light, magnetism, and electricity, they're also prana. We're looking for that prana. We're looking for the prana to help us bring, to nourish the body. And right now you are in a pose, in a steady pose, so that the energy can flow under the circumstances, so that you can bring firmness to the body. You can bring clarity of intelligence, and you can bring cleanness of the heart. So sensei, we're here for only 3 more rounds of breath. Listen to the inhales and listen to the exhales. Stay alert. Gather information about the now. Feel the now, the eternal now. 1 more and release. And now feel how it feels. Feel how the shoulders and the hips are right now creating circulation. That means that the muscles around the shoulders and the muscles around the hips, they are all having to wake up. And we want to wake up. We want to wake up and start to take full advantage of life. So sensing what's going on. Bring the right knee close to the chest, both hands in front of the right shin. And now we're just gonna continue working on the hips, since We rely primarily on walking mostly, so we want to work really hard on those, making sure that the energy is going really fluid on the hip joints. Now, with an inhale, you're going to move the right knee away from your body, but you keep your hands on the shin, and with the exhale, you're going to bring the knee close to the right armpit. So inhale, knee away from the body, and exhale, squeezing it. So you're working now a little deeper in the hip. With the inhale, the diaphragm moves down and the knee moves out. With the exhale, the diaphragm coils back in and the knee goes in. Inhale, so we're working with the prana. Exhale, we're working with that vibration. Let's do 3 more. Inhale away. Exhale towards the knee, towards the shoulder, Inhale away. Exhale in, squeezing it deeper, and let's do 1 more. Inhale away, and exhale, squeeze it deeply, bring your forehead and your knees to touch, and release it. Good. Bring the left knee up, both hands in front of the left shin. Take a deep inhale, moving the knee away from the chest, and exhale, squeezing it. Inhale, listen to the breath, follow the breath. Exhale. Let the breath give you the cue. Inhale, the diaphragm moves down. Exhale, the diaphragm is coiling back in. Pay attention to your diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Feel the diaphragm moving the stomach, the liver, and the spleen up. Inhale, the stomach, the spleen, and the liver moves down. Exhale, they move in, and then you squeeze. You take an opportunity to do that. Exactly. Inhale away. Exhale, squeeze it a little deeper. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, the knee away. Exhale, squeezing even harder. And let's do 1 more. Inhale away. And exhale, squeeze it the deepest. Good. Now bring your forehead to touch that left knee. And release it. Good. Release both feet there. So now sense what's going on right now. Sense how does it feel. Pay attention to the inhales. Pay attention to the exhales. And now let's do 7 more of the arms and the pelvis. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. They touch the ground at the same time. Inhale, you lift them up and they peak at the same time. Exhale, and they ground at the same time. So we coordinate our actions. Inhale, up. Exhale, they touch the ground at the same time. 4 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, they touch the ground at the same time. 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, touching the ground at the same time. That's right. 1 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, touching the ground at the same time. Bring the right knee up towards your chest, both hands in front of the right shin. Now straighten up the left leg, flex that left foot, and create stability with the left leg. Because now we're going to work on the right hip joint, but by working on the right hip joint, we're also going to be working on the left hip joint. So inhale, knee away from the body, and exhale, right knee to the right armpit, and the left heel in the ground. Inhale, exhale, and squeeze a little deeper. Inhale, move the knee away from the body. Exhale, moving the knee joint towards that shoulder joint. Nice. Inhale, the diaphragm moves down. Exhale, the diaphragm coils back in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, challenging a little bit more. And let's do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now lift up that right foot up. Move the right hand inside of the right knee, but you're gonna grab the outside of the right foot. So the right arm is moving inside of the right knee. So the outer right elbow is going to the inner right knee. The right hand is gonna grab the outside of the right foot. You're gonna move the right ankle on top of the right knee. And then you're gonna flex the elbow and you're gonna move that right knee towards the ground. Keep the left leg active, and now listen to the breath. Pay attention to the prana. Listen to the inhales and listen to the exhales. Gather information and observe how we're working really deep on your hip joints. Listen to the breath. Concentrate your mind in the quality and the sound of the breath. Pay attention in how to manage prana. Good. 2 more. A little deeper. Sense what's going on the hips. Good. That's right. 1 more. A little deeper. Straighten up the left knee. And gently release the right foot in front of the right sitting bone. Lift up the left knee up towards your chest. Both hands in front of the left shin. Keep it. Straighten up the right leg. Empower the right leg. Right heel to the ground. Right quad down. Moving the right thigh bone down. And then let's do 7 of those. Inhale away. Exhale deep towards the left shoulder joint now. Inhale, left knee away from the left shoulder joint. Exhale, left knee in dialogue with the left shoulder joint. Inhale away, the diaphragm moves out, down. Exhale, the diaphragm coils back in, so squeeze the lower abdominal area. 4 more. Inhale away. Exhale, squeeze it, squeeze and feel the challenge on the hips. Inhale away. Exhale and squeeze it really deep towards that right arm, left armpit. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale, squeeze it and feel the sensation. Stay at it. Inhale, last one. Exhale, keep that right leg active. Move the left arm inside of the left knee and grab the outside of the left foot. Move the left ankle joint on top of the left knee joint. And then you're gonna flex that left elbow, trying to move that left foot downward towards the left knee joint and the left knee joint downward towards the ground. So that way you're working on that hip joint. And by working on that left hip joint, you're also working on the right hip joint. So the right hip joint is also working, trying to release what you are not anymore. We're trying to find how can you change? How can you be more flexible? How can you expand? How can you extend? How can you be more open? Expansion and extension create space. And space gives us freedom. And we want to find freedom. That's what we want to look for, freedom. Sensing the freedom. 2 more rounds of breath. Go a little deeper, keeping the right leg active. Move the left knee down. 1 more. And release it. Good, that's right. Bring both knees to your chest. Bring your forehead to the knees. Good, steady. And now, inhale, knees away from the body. Exhale, knees and forehead touching. Inhale away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze with the exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And release your head. Release the shoulders. Release both feet. Sense what's going on there. Keep your arms there. And now let's do 5 more just to warm up the body and the shoulders. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale, arms down, pelvis down. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, arms up, pelvis up. Exhale. It's a form of Setu Bandha that we're trying to do. Inhale and Jalandhara Bandha, because right now your neck is contracted slightly. Exhale. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, high up. Exhale. We're warming up hamstrings and the hip flexors. Inhale up. Exhale down. And now let's work a little bit deeper on those guys. Bring the right knee up towards your chest. Good. Now with the right arm, you're going to move the right arm inside of the right knee, and with the index and middle finger, you're going to grab the right big toe. You're going to loop it with your thumb. Good. And then slowly, with an inhale, straighten up that right leg up. Straightening up the right knee maximally. That's why we were working on your hamstrings. So the hamstrings were, at first, we were warming them up. They were lifting up the pelvis. They were the muscles that were facing the ground. Now that they were lifting you up, so they were warming up. Now we're going to stretch them. Straighten up that left knee. Flex the left foot. Straighten up that left knee. Straighten up the right knee. Take a deep inhale. Take a deep exhale. You can move that left hand to the left thigh, keeping the left sitting bone in the ground, and now slowly open up the right leg to the right side. So feel the right leg moving to the right side. Feel the left heel moving to the front or far away from the body, and you gather information about the quadricep, about the hamstring. You gather information about that right hip flexor, what's going on there, the rotators, what's going on there. You sense the inhales, you sense the exhale, sense what's happening right now. Pointing with that right heel far away from the right sitting bone, so the back of the right leg is really long. Sensing the inhales, sensing the exhales. We're here for only 3 more rounds of breath. Listen to the breath. Good. Listen to the vibration. Only 1 more. And gently lift up. And bend the right knee and release the right foot in front of the right sitting bone. Observe what we just did. Bring the left knee up. Good. Move the left arm inside of the left knee, index and middle finger, grabbing the left big toe. You loop it with your thumb. With an inhale, you straighten it up. With an exhale, you straighten up the right leg, flex the right foot. We're trying always to link breathing and movement. So we're trying to make any move that you do with the body, it will be helpful to wait for the breath, wait for the prana. Because we're trying to follow the breath. We're trying to follow consciousness. Engage that right quad. You can move the right hand to the right thigh to keep the right sitting bone in the ground. Feel your sacrum in the ground. And with an exhale, open up that left leg to the left side. You keep the right leg totally active. And you feel the inhales, you feel the exhales, and you move your attention to where the energy is. That's right. Whatever you bring your attention to, energy is going to follow. The energy is going to follow your attention. So bring your attention to where you need in the body, where you need the energy. Sense the inhale, sense the exhales. We're moving then that left heel far away from the left sitting bone. You engage the left quadricep to make the left hamstring to elongate. So we want to feel the expansion and the extension in that left hamstring. We feel the left quadricep contracting. You sense the inhales, you sense the exhales. You keep that right leg active. You relax your lips, you relax your jaw. You observe right now how you are transforming the energy of the leg. You are transforming the energy on the pelvis, and you want to make sure, because you're going to work on the pelvis a little bit more. So sense the inhales, sense the exhales, gather information, reach with the right heel far away, make the back of the right knee to touch the ground, straighten up the left knee, 2 more rounds of breath. Sense, be clear about that action, pay attention to the diaphragm. 1 more. Good. And inhale, lift up, high up. Good. And bend the knee and release. both feet in the ground. Okay. Now rotate your palms to face your body, and let's do 5 more. Inhale, lift up, arms up and pelvis, high up. Exhale. Again. Inhale, out. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And let's do just 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring the right knee up, and we're going to cross the right foot on top of the left thigh. You're going to, with your right hand, you can push the right knee away from the body. You can move the right hand close to the base of the right thigh bone, and you push it down. So you're trying to open up the groin. Now we work on the hamstring, we work on the hip flexors. We're going to now challenge it a little bit with rotators, all right? So now slowly, with an inhale, you're going to lift up the left foot. You're going to move the left hand inside in between the legs. You're going to grab either the left hamstring or the front of the left shin. Left hand and right hand, grabbing it. You keep the right foot active. Stay alert. Now, with an inhale, the knee moves away. The exhale, you're going to move the knee towards your chest, high up. Inhale away. And exhale, the left knee towards the left armpit, the right knee away from the right shoulder. Inhale, left knee away. Exhale, left knee towards the left armpit, right knee away from the right armpit. Inhale. Exhale, moving that right knee away from the body. Inhale. Let's do 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the sacrum in the ground. Exhale, knee away from the body, the left towards the body. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it. And release the left foot, release the right foot. Observe what's going on in the groins. Lift up the left knee. Fold it, cross the left foot on top of the right thigh. Push with the left hand, the left knee joint away from the body, which is the action that we want to do. When you bring the right knee towards the right shoulder joint, we move the left knee away from the left shoulder joint. So lift up the right foot, move that left hand in between the legs. You grab the right hamstring or the right shin, whatever you feel, whatever your body gives you. Keep that left foot flexed so that the rotation happens at the hip joint, not on the knee joint. All right? So if you flex the foot, the knee joint gets into a safety mode so that we don't challenge the knee. We want to challenge the hip joint. So take a deep inhale, moving that right knee away from the body. And now exhale, right knee towards the right shoulder, left knee away from the body. Inhale, the diaphragm moves down, the knee moves down. Exhale, the right knee goes towards the right armpit, the left knee away from the body. Inhale, exhale, and squeezing. Inhale, let's do 4 more. Exhale, left knee away from the body. Inhale, now right knee away from the body. Exhale, right knee to the body, left knee away from the body. Inhale, away from the body. Exhale, squeeze the diaphragm, squeeze the lower abdominal area. Inhale, let's do 1 more. And exhale and squeeze deeper. And release the right foot, release the left foot. Stay alert. Now bring both knees to the chest. Now bring the soles of your feet to touch. Separate your knees. With your hands, grab your outer ankles. And now move the heels towards your pubic bone. and push the knees away from each other. Supta Baddha Konasana. So listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales, and with the inner thighs, push out. With the outer knees, pull in. Inner knees, push out, outer knees, pull in. So with the outer knees, you want to use the energy going in, but the inner knees out. The inner knees out, outer knees in. Sense that action, the heel towards your pubic bone. Listen to the breath, and now pay attention to the prana, to the process of moving the energy using the diaphragm. The diaphragm is in charge of 70% of your breathing. The lungs do not know how to breathe unless they have the diaphragm. And the diaphragm is a really important muscle because it's a muscle that is part of the autonomic. You don't need to pay attention to the diaphragm, but if you pay attention to the diaphragm, then you're going to be paying attention to the autonomic. So in other words, you can then shift from sympathetic to the parasympathetic, parasympathetic to the sympathetic, so that way you can control both stages. You can go and stop your heart if you want your heart to stop, all right? If you want your heart to stop and clean it up and then start all over again, you can do that. So feel the breath. Now keep the right hand holding the outer edge of the right foot, the left hand holding out the outer edge of the left foot, separate your feet, and we're gonna do a happy baby pose. So your hands are gonna be pulling downward. With your feet, you're gonna push upward, so that way you can bring your sacrum to touch the ground. And now listen to the breath and pay attention right now to the inhales, pay attention to the exhales, gather information about what is going on within you. What is happening right now? What's happening with the inhales? What's happening with the exhales? What's happening with your system right now? We're here for only 2 more rounds of breath. Sense it. Be clear about it. 1 more. Be clear about it. A little deeper. And release both feet in the ground. Good. Now open up your arms shoulder level. Bring both knees to the chest. Now take a deep inhale. And now with an exhale, release both knees to the right side and look to the left hand. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, both knees to the left. You look to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, both knees to the right. You look to the left. Inhale and exhale, the diaphragm is coiling back in. Inhale, lifting the knees, the diaphragm moves down. Exhale, the diaphragm moves in, so then you rotate a little deeper. Inhale, expansion, extension. Exhale, contraction and relaxation. 4 more rounds. Inhale, lifting. Exhale. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rotation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. With the exhale, contract and relax. 1 more. Follow the inhale, get long and wide in the chest. Exhale, contract and relax your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. Now cross the left leg on top of the right thigh. You're going to hook the left foot behind your right calf. You take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, both knees to the right elbow. And now look at the left. Good. Feel the breath. You can use that right hand to grab the knees and keeping the knees in place. And sometimes, I like sometimes then to keep your outward rotation of the left arm, but you pronate your palms and then you reach with your hand. When you reach with your fingers, you maintain that action. You create a solidity in that left hand. That's why we're pronating the forearm, so that the left hand gives you information about the earth. Then we can start to bring that left shoulder towards the earth. You bring the left shoulder towards the earth. You feel that stretch that we're doing on that pectoralis. You feel the pectoralis stretching. You feel the stretch on that left side of the body, and you can move that left hip joint away from the left shoulder joint. You listen to the inhales, you listen to the exhales, you sense that stretch that we're doing, that elongation, that expansion, that extension, so that we can bring vitality into the tissues of the body, into all those vibrations in the body. And gently lift up, unwind, switch the crossing, right leg on top of the left, the right foot crosses and bend the back. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, both knees towards the left elbow. Good, keep it there. You can use the left hand to keep the knees in place. And then you rotate and you look at your right hand. You pronate your right hand. You bring your right hand to touch the ground. You anchor that right hand. You feel the solidity of the right hand and the solidity of the ground. And then you start to sense. You try it with the exhale. Remember, with the exhale is when you go a little deeper. So with the exhale, bring now that right shoulder down. You feel that right shoulder moving down. You create that action. You move the right hip joint away from the right shoulder joint, and you observe the vibrations. You're stretching. That's right. You're bringing strength and flexibility at the same time. That's the difference with any other physical activity of sports and yoga. Yoga, you're using the balance of strength and flexibility. You're using the balance between the right and the left. You're using the balance between the body and the mind. You're working with both together to find something that some athletes find, which is to be in the zone, which is to be completely interconnected, to be completely at one. So sense the oneness of the inhale and the exhale. Sense what's happening right now. What is the action within the body? What do you need to let go? What do you need to destroy? With the exhale, you're going to cleanse. With the inhale, you're going to nourish. 2 more rounds of breath. Listen to the breath. Let's do 1 more. Good. And gently release, lift up and release. Good. Unwind, release both feet in the ground and observe how it feels. Stay alert. Gather information about the now. Press the ground with your hands and your feet. Inhale, lift up the pelvis and arms up. Exhale, pelvis and arms down. 4 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now move the knees to your chest. Steady. Keep it there. Now press with your hands down and move your legs over your head to Halasana. Release your feet in the ground, palms facing down. Good. Stay there and now listen to the breath. Listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales. The shoulders are somehow loose. We created a lot of movement in the shoulders, doing circulation in the shoulders. So pay attention in your halasana and listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales. This class is primarily for your lower back issues. So we have a student that wanted to have a class for the lower back issues. So this class will help you identify your lower back issues. We work on the muscles, the hamstrings, lower back, hips. They are helping you, and halasana is extremely helpful. So you pay attention and you feel how to die before you die. If you die before you die, you will not die when you die. So look for the now, what's happening right now, because now is the point of intersection of time and eternity. Sense it, be clear about it. Feel how it feels, stay alert, gather information. Now slowly walk with your right foot to the right side, far out, and now follow with the left foot the right, far out. Anchor the left shoulder. You can rotate and feel that left hand pressing down. And now slowly bend both knees and try to bring the left knee to the outer right temple. Listen to the breath. Three more. One more. Now straighten the knees. Walk with the left foot to the center. Walk with the right foot to the center. Stay there, that's right. Feel the center. Anchor. Keep your hands solid. And now slowly walk with the left foot to the far left. Walk with the right foot to meet the left. Anchor the right shoulder. And with an exhale, bend the knees and try to bring the outer right knee against the left temple. You sense the inhale, you sense the exhale, you gather information, you sense it, you feel how it feels. You observe what's happening right now, you relax, you're using the relaxation. That's right. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more. And straighten the knees, walk to the center. Now separate both knees. Bend the knees, and with the knees, squeeze your temples. Now move your arms, and with your arms, hug your legs. Point with your toes. And now listen to the breath, because that's our inversion. That's the inversion of today. So sense it. Be clear about it. Observe how it feels. Gather information about the inhales. Gather information about the exhales. Sense it. 1 more. And release your hands. And now slowly round on your back. Release the spine. Feel it. Good. Bend the knees. Keep both feet in the ground. Sense it. Feel how it feels. Stay alert. Open up your arms shoulder level. Palms facing down. Separate your feet to the outer edges of your mat. That's right. Now move that right foot on top of the left knee. And with an exhale, release both knees to the right side. You look to the left. And you observe what we're doing. We're working primarily on the hip area. Your lower back is going to feel better than before, because we are creating actions to improve our present condition. So we come to the eternal now, because only in the now is where we're going to do the actions that is going to help us, so that we can become conscious. As we move in to the inner states, we understand that we have mind, that we have intelligence, that we have ego, and that we have chitta, consciousness. So what we want to do is to go to the innermost, to consciousness. Because the mind, you can always change the mind. Intelligence, you're born with intelligence, but you can allow the intelligence to be free, or you can really shut down the intelligence. Yes, sometimes we have techniques on the outside world that makes us shut down intelligence. And gently lift up. Release the right foot. Bring the left foot on top of the right knee. And with an exhale, which is an intelligent move, you release. You release with the exhale. You feel the inhales, you feel the exhales, and you release with the exhales. You observe what's happening right now. You're clear about it. There's no doubt about what's going on, because now is the point of intersection of time and eternity. So keep going to that subtle perception. So we started with the gross perception, but now we're moving to that subtle perception so that you can become what you believe. Right? So remember, we were shifting ourselves to this completely new dimension of experience and perception. So now that you're getting a little bit more to the subtle, what's in your head? What do you believe? Sense it. One more round of breath. Allow with the exhale to release. That's right. One more. And gently lift up. Good. Release the left foot. That's right. Bring both knees and your forehead to touch. Sense it. Cuddle. Tied together. Feel that you're hugging yourself. Now rock yourself back and forth. Come up to a seated position. Good. Cross your legs. Observe how you cross your legs. Now switch the crossing of the legs. That's right. Sense it. Now open up your arms to the sides. Good. Steady. Now with an exhale, let's do a lateral flexion towards the left. So left hand down. Move the right arm alongside the right ear. Good. Bring the tip of the nose close to the bicep. That's right. Then move that left hand farther, 5 inches. Anchor the right sitting bone. That's right. With your next exhale, flex that left elbow. Lean your left forearm a little deeper. Move the tip of the nose close to the bicep. Straighten up the right elbow. And inhale, lift up. Open your arms. Exhale, lateral flexion now to the right. Look at the left. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Anchor the left sitting bone. Walk with your right hand 5 inches to the right. Tip of the nose close to the bicep. Go a little deeper with an exhale. Bring that right forearm in the ground. Straighten up the left elbow. Feel the breath. And gently lift up. And release your hands. Good. Let's do one more little twist. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind the sacrum. Inhale, lift up the torso. Exhale, rotate completely. Come back to the center. Switch. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand behind the sacrum. Inhale, crown of the head up. Exhale, rotating the torso, all the segments of the spine. To the right, little twist, a little deeper. Use the left hand and come back to the center. Inhale, lift up your arms over your head. Exhale, flex forward for your lower back. Walk with your hands far forward, far away from your body, and crawl with your hands back. Switch the crossing of the legs. Relax your hands on top of the knees, on top of your thighs, on your lap. Keep your chin level. Now close your eyes and observe. Close your eyes and observe where you are. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bow your head towards your heart. You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. Bow your head towards your heart, and we tell each other, Namaste. Thank you for coming to class. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for participating. Without you, this is not happening. You are the one that is making things happen. We are the ones. Thank you for coming to class. I'll see you next time. Namaste.